The reason I chose the topic is that I think the world has changed a lot in the last 10 or 20 years. The institutions that we base our society on, like banks and government and churches and corporations, everybody used to believe in them and trust them completely. I did growing up. I was taught to. We all did. But in the past 10 or 15 years, every one of those institutions has been shown to have been lying to us or betraying us or cheating us. And the result is that there is really a crisis of confidence in society. People don't really believe what they're being told by our governments or by companies or by churches anymore. There really aren't heroes anymore. Nobody really has somebody they can believe in, aside from a pop star or a TV star. And my point isn't just about sociology, it's really for marketers. That's the consumer you're dealing with. So those people are not only the smartest consumers in history, but they're also going to be more cynical and skeptical than the people you used to sell to. And the presentation hopefully was, here's how to regain trust from a public that is not going to give it to you so quickly. My reaction, I was living in Los Angeles and I was working in Hollywood because my career, I've gone kind of back and forth between the US and the entertainment business and Europe, and I've worked on fashion and luxury here. And I didn't even know that this recruiter had sent Donatella my CV. They were looking for a chief marketing officer, and I had no experience in luxury fashion. So why would I ever get a call to go meet Donatella Versace? But it just so happened that some of the brands I had worked on, Cartoon Network, E! Entertainment Television, Details Magazine, she knew and liked a lot. So when I was invited to go to Milan to meet Donatella, I was thrilled because I've always loved Versace, but also panicked. What the hell was I going to say to her? And also pretty confident that I would be thrown out very quickly and sent on my way back to LA. And none of that happened. I got the job and I sold my house in LA and moved to Milan. I think Cartoon Network was a very rare experience. The guy I worked for, Ted Turner, who also created CNN and some other great television networks, was another genius like Gianni Versace. And he bought the world's largest library of cartoons. And he hired a bunch of us. Again, like I had no fashion experience when I arrived at Versace, I had no TV experience when I arrived at Cartoon Network. But there were a group of us who I think shared Ted's vision that we could turn this thing into not just a bunch of endless cartoons, but something that really had a personality and a voice and a sensibility that was different and irreverent and smart and funny. We made a decision not to dumb it down and just to be a network for little kids playing old cartoons. But we really wanted we set the bar high for ourselves. We wanted to be a network that appealed to everybody, including those little kids' parents, but also their older teenage brothers and sisters. And we succeeded. Then we rolled it out around the world, and then it became movies and books and bedding and clothing and accessories. It really became a whole consumer lifestyle brand. That is very rare.